everyone, and welcome to my first Decorate With Me Christmas video of the season. This week I started decorating our sunroom. Our sunroom is the first room that I always start with each year as I begin decorating for Christmas. This is going to be a two-part video. In this video, part 1, I'm going to decorate the Christmas tree, and in the part 2 video, I'm going to decorate the mantle. As for the rest of the room, I'll be decorating those areas as we go along in the two videos. I absolutely love decorating for Christmas. This is by far my favorite time of the year. Step number 1, separate the branches. This Christmas tree is a heavily flocked tree. It is a 9-foot tree. I also have it in two other sizes, in 12-foot, which goes in our foyer, and then 7.5 feet, which goes in our family room. If you don't own a flocked tree, you're probably wondering how messy they are. And I'm going to be honest, they are a bit messy, so I do like to put on my flocking clothes. As I mentioned, the tree is already heavily flocked, but I do like to add my own touch of an additional layer of snow, and that comes in the form of feather boas. That's right, I add several strands of feather boas around each layer of the Christmas tree, starting at the top. I'll try to find the exact tree and link them in my profile if I can, because they are really pretty trees and I think you would enjoy them as well. Again, they are heavily flocked. They're pretty easy to put up. The 12-foot one is harder to put up, but they just are really nice, substantial trees that we've had for several years and are still going strong. I'm going to speed up this next piece as I continue to add snow to the tree. I like to have color themes for each of my rooms, and this year for the sunroom I've picked a red, white, and green color scheme. So step number 3 in decorating this tree is I'm adding red berry picks, and as you can see they're long berry picks to the tree, just to add a little touch of red. I don't want to add too much red, because I am going to be putting on ornaments and the bow is going to have some red in it, so I am adding just a touch of it just to make it look like what a natural tree would look like with a few berry picks on it. So as you can see, I'm layering just a few, not too many. And in the back, the sections, the berry picks that I'm adding are much smaller. I've used my longest ones in the front where they show, and then I have smaller ones that I'm just adding to the back. Let's take a closer look. So the next step is where I start putting the ornaments on the tree. I'll start with a few of the bigger ornaments and then move on to the smaller ornaments. Some of the ornaments that have a good prickly exterior I can place on the tree without hooking them on with a Christmas hook. As you can see, I'm doing right now. I place those farther into the tree than on the tip. And as I said, they are not hung. So when I add ornaments to the tree, what I like to do is add them in all different dimensions. I add ornaments in the back of the tree, and when I say back, depth-wise, meaning near the pole of the tree, I add them in the back, and then I work my way out. So I'm going to add some in the front, some in the back, some in the middle. I'm going to put some on a branch, and I'm going to use a wide variety of ornaments, not just round circular ball ornaments. I'm going to add additional picks. I'm going to add flower stems. I'm going to add ribbon. I'm going to do a lot of different types of decorations to the tree, if that makes sense. So the ornaments I'm adding to the tree are part of a set. And the set is probably 50 or 60 ornaments. And when I say ornaments, I mean the ball ornaments. And they're a variety of red, white, and green. And the shade of green is more of like a sea green, not really a hunter green. And that goes to the theme of the room. When I add these ornaments, I'm adding them to the tree in different depths. Some I am putting on the tip of the tree, and some I am hanging with a hook further closer to the stem, and some of them all the way in the back near the stem. So I want to create all these different types of dimensions at varying heights throughout the tree. I'm going to continue adding all the ball ornaments, and I'm going to speed up this section. The next thing I do after I've layered all the ornaments on the tree is to create my tree topper. And I have a video out on how to create a designer looking tree topper, and I will link it above here. But I am starting with the very first layer in the back and putting some picks in the very back, which will be the base for the tree topper. In this area, I am using individual picks, and sometimes they can be a little bit hard to insert in the back of the tree because they do hit the stem. But as you can see, I am trying to put as many as I can to fan the very top of the tree to create a designer look. And now I'm adding the individual ribbon pieces that I have created to the top of the tree. I've put on a triple loop, and now I'm going to put on a double loop. And again, the instructions are in my prior video of how to create this look. Okay, so now I have added the double loop, and now I'm going to add the third piece, which is just a single loop. Okay, I have added the third loop to my tree topper. So now I have 3 pieces, a triple, double, and a single. And now I'm going to continue adding ribbon to the tree in the form of additional loops. So I have created other loop groupings of triple and double loops, and I am adding them throughout the tree. I think all in all I will add about four or five additional pieces of looped ribbon to the tree. If it's not already obvious, I don't add any to the back, as the back faces the window and is not seen. Next, I'm going to add some long white stem magnolia florals. I like to group them in sets of 3 and then disperse them throughout the tree in sort of a zigzag pattern. So I'm going to do that, and then after that I'm going to add other additional white flowers that are not magnolias, but I'm going to add some single branches to fill in some of the spaces. I am now going to add the finishing touches to the bottom of the tree. I'm going to add some decorative boxes and a few little knickknacks and pillows to the sofa and the chair, and then I'm going to show you what everything looks like. Join me next week for part 2 as I finish the rest of the room. I'm going to be doing the mantle, and you won't want to miss that. So enjoy. Please remember to like, share, and subscribe. I have a lot more Christmas videos coming your way.